Good evening. I'm Shelby Williams with Plano City Council. We had a pretty quick one tonight, but I'll give you the rundown. We started the preliminary open meeting with boards and commissions reappointments. We moved into the engineering departmental report. There are a few interesting things that I took note of here. One with transportation. This may come as a total non-surprise to you, but traffic entering and leaving Plano has doubled in the last 20 years. We had a peak of 1,300 vehicle miles traveled per day just before the pandemic started in Plano. We have had major project coordination, including the Silver Line, as you can imagine, the dark Silver Line. And there are a proposed 155 new closed-circuit TV intersection locations throughout the city. So these are closed-circuit TV cameras pointing at an intersection so city staff can see what's going on in an intersection at a given time, especially if there are issues. Facilities maintains 114 buildings and covering nearly 1.7 million square feet. They cover 15,000 work orders every year. Then we had a robust discussion about permitting backyard hens in Plano. Jamie Cantrell, Director of Animal Services, delivered a presentation about the pros and cons of backyard hens. Now, this was during the preliminary open meeting, so there was no vote on anything tonight. But we did have a significant discussion about whether to allow backyard hens. I'll skip to the punchline. Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Riccardelli and I asked for the subject to be brought back in the form of an ordinance at a future council meeting to permit backyard hens in the city. And what I said during the preliminary open meeting, it's on the public footage, is that especially in America, my philosophy is that elected officials shouldn't be looking for justification as to why we should permit something. Rather, we should require a compelling reason to forbid anything. And so that's what drove our request to have the ordinance come back. I think we can explore reasonable limitations so that the concerns raised with backyard hens, not roosters by the way, just hens. Roosters are pretty loud and obnoxious, especially when you've got a 8 to a quarter acre lot size. But I think we can make reasonable accommodations with reasonable limitations to mitigate all of the concerns involved. That pretty much did it. We went on to the public hearing regarding the drainage rates. There will be an increase in drainage rates. Plano will be still about the middle of the pack amongst large North Texas cities in terms of residential drainage rates. We're currently near the bottom with commercial drainage rates. We're going to inch up ever so slightly to cover our costs. It's a little bit of a not only rate increase, but a little bit of a restructuring to make sure that our rates are equitable across commercial and residential and different commercial sizes. That's it for tonight. We are, as a reminder, approaching the budgeting season. The budget vote will take place in September. The fiscal year starts October 1st. I don't need to tell anybody that the economy is not in great shape. The city is going to have to make some hard choices as we approach the next fiscal year. Between now and September, we'll get an even better idea of the economic ramifications of the pandemic and to the city in particular. We want to make sure we do the right thing to make sure we stay the city of excellence through and beyond the pandemic, but that we're treating your tax dollars responsibly and getting the biggest bang for your buck. I'm Shelby Williams with Plano City Council. I'll see you next time. Thank you and God bless.